We are SPW.
And we are wrestling on the edge of the world.
We got together and sat down and said, hey, there's no pro wrestling to Saffron, let's do something about it.
I love it here, it's the best environment of any company in the country.
They always put on high quality shows and it continues to grow every single show.
Madness! Madness, man.
Being in Invercargill, I knew that they were aching to have something to go to, something different that wasn't your generic rugby or netball or basketball.
Not to bag on Invercargill, but we don't have much to latch onto. Outside of sporting, there's no real entertainment scene. There's a few bands that play bars and that sort of stuff, but we don't get big shows coming down here.
Invercargill, we're small, we're tight. Everyone knows everyone, but that kind of makes it good. So when a show like this comes on, the whole town knows.
So to start a wrestling company down here, and see it take off so well that now everyone in the country want to fly themselves to Invercargill, which is like the most expensive place to fly to, I might add. That's crazy, but awesome at the same time. It just shows you how good SPW is putting on product-wise. But now that we're seeing worldwide, and it's little, advertising little Invercargill is great, and then it's showing people that, hey, look, Invercargill's not that bad.
Being from such a small area and no one ever comes down here, so to have something that brings people around is really good, and it's good for the city.
I love having professional wrestling in Invercargill because I don't get the opportunity to go to too many shows, so to have something local is just awesome.
From my perspective, I see it as a really, really good community event that you get a different demographic as also, so you have professionals, you have everyone from the community who are just out there to enjoy themselves, and I think what we're seeing is a fantastic event emerging, and it's getting bigger and bigger.
I think we got really lucky when we first started SPW with a few of the guys that we had come through the school. Being in wrestling for as long as I have, I've seen and trained with a lot of people that come through, and I can tell sometimes within minutes, and people will relate to this, whether somebody's going to be good or not. And you're like, oh, this is just going to be a waste of time, or oh, they're not going to get it. But we had, a handful of guys that came through. We had JK Moody, Kane Khan, Willpower, Hammer, all come through at this one time, who were all athletic, all got it, all really passionate, and they were clearly just waiting for something to come here for them to be able to do it.
Go one more time.
From the get-go, Troy and Mark were very specific about what they wanted out of us. They told us that they wanted nothing but quality. It all came back to training. They didn't want us doing the big high moves. They didn't want us doing high spots before we could do a good lock-up.
Good lock-up.
And they're not doing anything half-assed. When they bring someone out, they make sure they're ready. They make sure they've got the full package. They make sure they can electrify the crowd. Nothing gets on camera if it's not ready.
Think about what you're doing as well. React to what the other one's doing. Like Ben then, he kicked out in one and he fed the ropes, and Kane looked shocked, and then come at him straight away and whipped him up. And that's real, it's realistic, it's what you would genuinely think, You'd be like, fucking, he's still alive, shit, better get back on him. It was good. Think about those little things.
Training is great. We train Wednesdays, Saturdays, and we have advanced training on Mondays, and it's awesome. Troy is a great trainer.
Ready, go!
He's taught us a lot, just the safe ways of doing things as well.
Whoever's doing the leapfrog, try and get past halfway. Because if you're doing it on your half, they've got equal room to get under the leapfrog, get up, grab the rope, turn around, hit the ropes.
How do I put it? My first day, I really felt today. I thought coming into this, big fan. Didn't know that when I got here, the next day after my first day training, I would be sore. My body was stiff. It was insane.
I work across the road from where they train, so would hear a lot of commotion over the road, and I just decided one day to go have a look, see what was going on, and I walked in, there's a bloody wrestling ring, and I was like, holy shit, what the hell, I had to pinch myself, and then I just stood over there and watched. A couple of guys come over and talked, and then the ring broke. I was like, oh, I can have a look at it, I'm an engineer, I might be able to fix this thing, and that's how I found out about SPW, and that's how I ended up training as well. I was just wandering over from work, and stars aligned. Some things are meant to happen, I guess.
This is Fight for Gold!
How loud was that match? How loud were the crowd for that? They were losing their minds.